Hello, Nick again. Well, I've got some more questions from you. I've also got a video. So what we'll do first is watch the video and then I'll answer the questions. The video is about sowing herb seeds in different types of containers that might help save some money. So we'll watch that and then I'll answer the questions. So here we've got a selection of different seeds, mainly herbs. There's a few flowers, sweet peas, marigolds, and there's some peas, and there's some cress, and also some different types of containers to grow them in if you haven't got pots. So right, let's get started. So the first thing I thought we could try is doing some cress, some normal cress, on some tissue paper, and that's all there is, no soil, just in a container. So the first thing we need to do, get our tissue paper, have a quick measure, make sure it's the right size, fold it over, and put it in the container, and then just moisten it. You don't have to use a spray, you could use just use a watering can like that, just as long as the tissue is moist. And the next thing, get the seed, get some in your hand, and then just sprinkle them in. Right, they're in there, don't you can see that. Next thing, let's get some cling film over the top. And then cut the cling film. Okay, that's the cress done. And that can go on the windowsill. Then when it starts to sprout, just take the cling film off, and as it gets to about here, then you can start cutting it and using it. So something else we could use to save money, it's an old butter tub. That's what you do. Make some holes in the bottom for drainage, and then just get some soil or some compost. Put it in. Okay, put it like that, and there's a line there, don't quite see that, just fill up to the line and you're ready. So what we could grow in here for the windowsill is some coriander. Now these are fairly big seeds, they should be nice and easy to sow. Okay, so we've got 5 seeds there, that should be enough. Just drop them in. Okay, so I've just put them in like a number 5 pattern, like you see on dominoes. A little bit more soil, sprinkle over the top, and then just get some water and water. So I've got a small watering can to use for this one. Just over the top. Turn it round so you water evenly. second lid can be used as a drip tray. Last thing to do is to write a label. Okay, so you don't have to write a label because you know what it is, it's on the windowsill. But when I was an apprentice, I was told always write a label, so that's what I do. So there we go. Date at the top, and then what it is. Pop that in the pot, and it can go next to the crest on the windowsill. Okay, so the next thing I thought we could try is do some sweet peas. Got two varieties here, Swinging the Blues and Solway Velvet. Now sweet peas, they like, their roots go deep, so they like a sort of a deep pot. And normally when you grow sweet peas you use a thing called root trainers or a deep pot. But if you don't have those, what you can try is toilet rolls. As you see, they're nice and deep. Only thing with toilet rolls is they do get wet, obviously because they're made of cardboard and sort of fall apart. You keep them in something like this, an old mushroom box, put an elastic band around them, and that should keep it together while the sweet peas are growing. And then once they've sort of grown, got to about that tall, you can put them out in the garden, and you don't have to take them out the toilet roll. They'll just disintegrate when you put it in the soil. Right, so first thing we're going to do, get some more soil and pop it in. These tend to go a bit everywhere, but never mind. Need to push this down because if you try and lift it, it'll fall out the bottom, but pushing it down seems to compact it nice and tightly. Okay, so that's the toilet rolls all filled up, but there is a lot of soil in the container, which is a bit of a waste. So what I'm going to try and do is get those out and transfer them into another container. Let's try this one. It's the same size. Right, hopefully this is going to work. Keep them pressed together. Oh, yep. Okay, that worked. So we never fell out. That's why you got to push it down tight. Right, okay then. So next thing, let's get our seeds. So first one we'll try is called Swinging the Blues. Now these are saved from last year, so I'm not sure how many seeds I've got. Alright, I've got 5 there. So we've got 6 rolls. So what I do, 3 of this one and 3 of that one. Sweet peas this time of year, April, can be sown directly into the ground. Okay, that's those 3 done. We'll put the last 2 back in there. That one's made a break for freedom. There it is. Right. Okay then, that's that taken outside and watered. Right, sticking with peas. Another way of growing peas is for leaves, for tops, for putting in salads, not for pods. So what we can do for these ones, again they like a deep root run, so what we can get is one of these big mushroom pots, fill that with compost and put the peas in. Just normal garden peas. These ones are called Douce Provence, so take it they're French. Right, that's the container sewn, not quite to the top, leave a little bit of room. And get our peas. The peas are nice and big. Just to show me this hole's not very big. Hang on, there we go. Right. Okay, right, so this is a new method for me. I haven't actually grown peas for doing salad leaves, but we'll see how we get on. So let's do 3 in a line. If I how can I get it so you can see? You see that? No, let's have a look. 2, 3. Okay, so there we go. There's 12 pea seeds in there. Right, a little bit more soil on top. Not much, just to cover the seeds over. Right, and that's that. Just a quick water. Now, if you're putting these on the windowsill, you're going to need to get another tray just to put underneath, just to catch the water. Okay? So then what will happen, as they start growing, get about that tall, just cut the shoot tips and you can put them in salads. And they do taste of peas. Not surprising, I suppose, seeing as they are peas. You wouldn't think the leaves would, but they do. Right, that's that. Okay, so something I saw earlier. Milk carton, juice carton. Way of saving money. Cut a hole in it and use that for sowing seeds. So what can we put in this? Okay, about some chives. Put some chives in. Then just fill it up with soil. Okay, that's that. What we do? Get our seeds. Put them there so you can see what they are. These are chive seeds. Okay, these are fairly smallish seeds. Okay, that's what they look like. What we'll do, just pinch a few and then just drop them in a line. Or just drop them all over. Doesn't really matter, does it? Bit more soil on top. Quick water. And that's the chives done. Not forgetting, of course, to write out the label. Right then, another old favourite, if you haven't got any pots, use an old yoghurt pot. This is an old ice cream pot. So, make a little hole in the bottom. And again, fill with soil. See, right, don't fill right to the top. Just leave a little rim just for when you water. What can we put in this one? Okay, what about a bit of oregano? Or as Americans say, oregano. Right, these are tiny little seeds. They're like dust. Yep, I don't know if you can see them. Teeny weeny. So I give them a little sprinkle on top. What I do, I just move them off my finger. You won't see them going in really because they're too small. That's it. Bit of soil on top. And then you can use the lid as a drip tray. Okay, and that's another pot of herbs for the windowsill. Right, a quick brush up and come back. Right, the next thing we're going to try is something I've never tried before, but I saw it on the internet while I was looking for ideas. So what it is, we can make our own mini greenhouse to start off tomato seeds. So get a bottle, cut the top off in the middle, and then we're going to slice the tomato, stick it on there and see if it grows. Don't know if it will, but we'll see. Right, so a bit of soil. Okay, so that's filled nearly to the top. Right, next thing I do, get the tomato, now you can see this. Slice through it. We've got a nice load of seeds there, and I'll say they're pretty fresh, those seeds. And then I'm guessing just give it a thin slice. Alright, it doesn't appear to have sliced through any seeds, so just lay it on top, and then I should think just put a bit more soil on top. Push it down a bit and give it a water. Well, I'm not sure where this should go, windowsill or outside in the garden. What we'll do, we'll put the top on, and that should make a little greenhouse for it. Now you're not going to be able to grow the tomato in there because there's not going to be enough soil and it's not going to be stable. So it's probably just for good for growing the seed on. But we'll see what happens. Okay, hope you enjoyed that and it was a bit informative. Right, the first question is, when should I prune back my roses? Well, as I explained last week, it's a little bit late now to give them a hard prune, but if you watch last week's video it should explain it all to you. Second question is, how can I brighten up my garden? It's filled with lots of green shrubs but no colour and needs to be low maintenance. Okay, the easiest way to do that is to plant some summer bedding if you can get hold of it. And depending whether it's sunny or shady will depend on what type of plants you use. And if you look on last week's video, I explained about using some different types of summer bedding for different situations, sunny or shady. Third question is, I've got yellow patches on my lawn and I think it's when the dog does a wee. Right, okay, so there's a lot of things called yellow patches, but if you think it's the dog, then the only thing I can suggest is maybe either stop the dog from going on the lawn or train the dog maybe to do a wee somewhere else. Right, next question. I'm not a gardener, but I would like to grow some veg. What could you suggest? Right, the easiest things to start off with would be, as in the video you just watched, some peas. Put those in containers and you can grow the shoots for salads. You can also grow radishes, they're fairly easy. Also, again, in the video there was some cress that I sowed. You don't have to sow it in the container with the tissue, you can put it in pots. You can get big pots and sow or put some potatoes in and grow some potatoes in big pots. I'll try and do a video of that. Some other things you could try, if you can get hold of them, is put some grow bags in the garden and put some tomato plants in. They're usually nice and easy, just put them somewhere sunny. Last question is, what type of paint can I use for my garden pots? Well, basically you can use any type of paint, acrylic or emulsion, and you can paint plastic pots or clay pots. The only thing I would say is, if you paint clay pots, once you've painted them, give them a sealant and that should help the paint last a bit longer. On plastic pots, the paint will flake off after a while, so before you paint it, just get some sandpaper, give it a little rub down, rough up, then paint it, and hopefully that should help the paint stay on for a little bit longer. Well, I hope this has helped a bit. the video and answering some of the questions. And I say bye bye for now, and see you again next week. Bye.